What's cracking, DIY world? Let's go ahead and get some vinyl plank flooring installed around this doorway here like a pro, so you don't need to hire an installer ever again. What's cracking? It's Carpet Mike here from CarpetExpertBlueprint.com, bringing you all the strategies to be a super successful flooring hack in the carpet and flooring world. Let's go ahead and cut this vinyl plank wrapped right around the world, around the wall here. Anyway. You see me take my knife there. We're marking off both sides, the side of the door jamb and the side of the hallway wall. Now we're going to go ahead and score that a few times just to let you know what's good. So first we're doing the side of the door. Now we're doing the side of the door trim, and then we did one for where it's going to slide around into the living room there. So we cut 3 little marking slits on there now. Now check this out. We're going to go ahead and move the camera back a little bit. This is where it's going to get slightly tricky, but stick with me here. It's a really easy hack. So we act like we lock the plank onto the following row. Not the one it's actually going to go into, but the following row out, and try to get everything straight and square. This is something that just comes with a little bit of practice. And we take a little dummy plank and we line it up with the wall where we're going to want to cut this out. When we line it up there, in theory, you could trace that out perfectly and it will line right up with everything you need to do. So we're just going to score around this here. We're going to cut it to the edge and then down at the bottom there. That's going to be our first notch out. And then we need to tuck it up under the door trim because we need a little piece to slide under there so you don't get that ugly little hacky gap there. Everything's got to be beautiful. It's kind of funny. I'm telling you how to make everything look nice when you look at that door trim right there and the dog's been chewing on it for 4 years and we're not changing that apparently. But we want our flooring to look really good because that's what we're getting paid to do. Whew, that was a little rant there. Anyway, good to go. So we're going to go ahead and score it out just a few times there. You want that blade to bite into the material. Do not cut your fingers when you're doing this. But once it's all scored out, I'm going to show you how to wiggle that piece out of there, and then we're just going to shave it down and slide it in. So check this out. We did a good job scoring it. You just want to wiggle it back and forth just a little bit. Don't get too aggressive here, because if you act like a tough guy or gal, you'll snap it right in half, and then you got to start over, and you're going to be miserable. Angry and miserable. Nobody wants that. So you see I popped that out and everything notched out real pretty there. We're not actually done yet, but this is a phenomenal start here. So now I'm going to go ahead and have a coffee apparently or something like that. I don't know why I left the room, but that's okay. Maybe we're getting some snips. Are we getting some snips? We got some snips. So I use 10 snips just to go ahead and clip out those tough to cut areas that I don't want my knife to slip on and cause me to go to the hospital getting some stitches. We can't have that. So snips or even a little pair of pliers, and you could just kind of wiggle the little section back and forth and pop it out. But okay, we got something to start with here. We're going to lock it into the side, and then we're going to go ahead and slide it forward. We're not actually done yet, but this is going to give us an idea of what needs to be trimmed up still to get it nice and tight and into place. So let's go ahead and fight with this little bit. All right, we're good there. Now I probably will take a dummy block, and I'm going to tap this in just a little bit here. Have a conversation with somebody. Okay. Dummy blocks in place. Now I'm going to take a hammer and I'm going to tap it forward until it hits. And what I mean by hits, it's going to hit whatever our bad spot is that we need to go ahead and trim out. So that's lined up. We're just going to go ahead and tap that forward nice and slow. And it's going to show me right off the rip, oh, you need to shave this side a little bit. So you just fine line cut that down just a little bit till we have it scored properly, and then we could either pull it out and cut it with the snips, or we could just cut it right off and it'll flop into place. Which one we get? I can't remember what we got the result on this way. All right, boom, we cut the piece out. Looks like we're good to go. Now let's go ahead and try and tap that in. So it's all about finesse. But once you get these hard cuts done, the wide open areas, you just fly through them. They're just easy peasy, good to go. So is everything good yet? I don't know. We're going to go ahead and try and tap it the rest of the way in. And if there's too much of a gap, we know we got to pull it out and shave it a little bit more. But it looks like we got the result on this one. That was super smooth. Go ahead and comment below with any questions.